country for a very long time.
Wow.
There's a big gap between us and number 2, to put that in perspective.
Wow. I hear that.
Number 1 for a very long time. Not to take shots.
I like being number 1. No, I mean shots fired. Ow.
You said it, I didn't. You said it, I didn't. But we are still number 1, contrary to what people may believe.
Yeah.
I'm in one of 19,000 agents in the country, actually.
What?
Yeah, it's over 19,000.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to State Farm.
Shout out to State Farm. Shout out to State Farm. A lot of people, I get the question a lot, why State Farm? Why you choose to be a State Farm agent? And part of the reason is what you mentioned earlier. State Farm's core values align with my core values.
Okay.
Which are just helping the community,
right,
helping your neighbor, looking out for your fellow mankind.
Right.
And it's something that closely aligns with me in my personal life and my family. It's something that we very closely adhere to.
Yeah.
About helping folks that are less fortunate than us, and even folks that somebody that just needs a lending hand.
Absolutely. And we all need that.
We all need it at some point or another. We may not act like we need it. We may not let other people know, but
I needed a lending hand with this backpack drive. That's why I came and asked y'all. That's what I'm saying. We all need help. I don't care what level you on.
Very
you
true.
need help.
Very true. And Angel Brown is a woman of much means. You know, everybody need help every once in a while. So that's how I'd like to paint myself in the community. I'm just a guy that's around to help out, help with your insurance. I'm not there just to take your money. I'm here to educate you and teach you why you need insurance.
Right.
And then help you meet your needs.
But that's what I liked about you, James, because when I started working with you, first of all, he could put up with my nonsense. I have a lot of questions, you know what I mean? And I want to make sure that I am vetting the person that I am putting out there. I'm not just going to say, oh, use State Farm, you know, because they're a sponsor and they pay some money, just use them. No. I'm not doing all that. If I'm putting your name out there and I'm putting my word behind it, I want to make sure that he's good. So I will use him first. So, you know, you did some policies and stuff for me. Mm-hmm. And he was, first of all, customer service is impeccable. And that's really, really important to me. Customer service is big for me.
Me too.
You know, so the customer service, the callbacks, that's another thing. Calling me back.
Absolutely.
You got to call me back. Especially if you want my business, you got to call me back. Right. And I've dealt with a lot of people where I know, you know, you get busy and things like that. I mean, I get busy and stuff like that too. I understand that. But he calls you back. He answers all your questions. He gets that policy done and we move to the next one. And not only that, I used to think that State Farm was really, really bougie. I ain't gonna lie. I used to think that State Farm was bougie and that the prices was going to be as bougier, if that's a word. Bougier.
Did you say bougier?
Bougier.
Wow.
Not a word. Well, I just made it up. Yeah. So, I thought the prices was going to match that bouginess. I just made another word.
Bougier. Bouginess.
So, when I found out that actually they were cheaper.
Yeah.
They were cheaper than a lot of the insurance places that I was dealing with. I saved a lot of money on my policies.
We love to hear that. We love to hear that.
Yes. And I'm not just saying that just because y'all sponsored 2 events. I'm saying it because it's the truth.
That's fair game. That's fair game.
But listen, I know a lot of people know about the one side of State Farm with the housing and all that type of stuff, but I want to get into something else, the life insurance. Because listen, I get a lot of calls from people who think that I'm rich. Uh-huh. So they call me when somebody has passed away.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll say, can you donate to my GoFundMe?
She is rich.
Yeah. I'm rich in life.
Facts.
I'm rich in... Okay, anyway.
Facts.
So my problem with that is if we just prepare, proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? So if we just prepare for things like this, which is life insurance, we wouldn't have to do the GoFundMes and the things like that. And I understand if people have to do it, but we can prepare for that. So I want to talk a little bit about it because my mom just passed away like just last year, right?
Sorry to hear.
So if we didn't have our ducks in order, we would have had a problem, because it was kind of sudden.
Yeah.
So I want you to talk a little bit about State Farm and the life insurance part, because you guys are known for like the car, you're known for like the housing part of it, but I want to talk about the life insurance part of it.
Okay, let me jump in real quick. And also about the church side of it, because a lot of times a bunch of churches, their members pass, and then the families coming to the church to help them because somebody didn't get life insurance. So it just made me think about that when Angel said that. We had a number of people that came and said, okay, we don't know what we're going to do because we can't bury them. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen it all my life. I grew up in church. My parents are pastors. I'm still a church guy. I'm affiliated with churches. Hallelujah! Praise the Lord. But you're absolutely right, Angel. When you walk into my office, there's a big sign on the receptionist's desk. It has a large number on it. The number is about 2.2, almost 2.3 million, which is actually smaller than what the actual number is now. It's closer to 3 million people right now are raising money on GoFundMe for a funeral for a loved one that didn't have life insurance. And that's not taking shots or, against somebody that has to do that. If you have to do it, you have to. But you don't have to do that, like you said, Angel, if you prepare ahead of time.
Right.
And one of the biggest misconceptions with life insurance outside of I think the largest one, which is I probably don't need life insurance, is I can't afford it.
Yes, that's the biggest thing that people tell me. So let's go into that. So how does it work? First of all, tell us, how does it work? How does the life insurance policy works? Because a lot of people really don't understand like different types of policies and stuff. And it really depends on your financial situation and things like that. But give us like a general idea of how it works.
Well, in a general sense, just to make it cut and dry, life insurance is a contract you make with any insurance company that says, I'm going to pay you a premium either every month or every year, however you choose to pay it. And when something happens to me, God forbid, you're going to pay out the death benefit or the face value of the policy. In its purest sense, that's just what life insurance is.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to go around raising money or wondering what's going to happen after a loved one passes away. As you get deeper into
or having chicken dinners too.
Yeah, or having chicken dinners and selling stuff, selling furniture and selling cars and things like that to pay for a funeral. The average funeral in America is between $5,000 and $10,000. So at the bare minimum,
that's cheap.
Yeah, that is cheap.
I mean,
that's minus the gold caskets and everything else. You know. That's
true. I wouldn't be laid out in gold.
How the fancy folks you want to be, they may get a little bit higher. But in its purest sense, as long as you pay the premium, a company will guarantee that you have a death benefit to pay towards your burial, what's called your final expenses.
Right.
Life insurance can be used for a number of different ways. You can use policies that build cash value to kind of fund your retirement, some other things as well too. But in its purest sense, it's just an amount of money that pays out for you when you die, so you don't have to be a burden to someone else, because that's really it's what it is. Let's just call it a spade.
It really is. Like, and I don't think that people who pass know that, because see, they didn't pass away.
Yeah, they don't care.
They gone. They in the glory. They in the heavens. And then you leave me with the debt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the burden.
Yeah.
And I don't like to say burden, but it really is a burden if you're not prepared.
If you're not prepared.
So what are the different types of life insurance policies that people can buy?
Again, cut and dry, black and white. There's term insurance and there's whole life insurance. Term insurance is what the name implies. It covers you for a certain amount of time. I like to give the analogies between renting and owning. Term insurance, if you think about it this way, in everyday vernacular, term insurance is like renting insurance. You're paying State Farm for a certain period of time, just like a lease. Under this certain term, we're going to cover you and we're going to pay out this death benefit when you die. Whole life insurance is like owning insurance, or similar to owning a house. You know, when you own a house rather than when you have renting an apartment, you build equity inside of that house. The equity is money. You should know, of course, you got tons and tons of homes. That's money that you can pull out, and that money counts towards your net worth overall, an overarching thing. So those are the two types of life insurance in this basic sense. Of course, they kind of cross in different areas. Again, it can get a little more complicated, but just in its purest sense, you got term insurance, you got whole life insurance. Term insurance usually costs a lot less because renting costs a lot less. You can get a lot of insurance for a little bit of money. That's why I can't afford it is the worst excuse ever. I mean,
you know what? It's crazy though. My grandmother had like a bunch of term policies when I was younger, and you know the term policies was like 30 years. And at this time she was about 40, so she like, oh yeah, 30 years is good. And then when she reached 70 and it expired,
yeah.
I was like, Charlotte, what we gonna do now?
Yeah. That's where your friendly State Farm agent steps in there.
Yeah.
We monitor those things closely.
You gotta be educated.
Yeah, you gotta be educated, and then we monitor your policies to see. We give you a call to say, hey, maybe it might be time to convert this over to a whole life policy, because that is something you can do.
Right.
If all you can afford is term insurance at the time, I tell people the best type. People ask me, what's the best type of insurance to have? The best type of life insurance is the kind that pays out when you die.
Yes.
Simply. It don't matter what kind it is. Don't get far in the weeds. As long as it pays something when you die, and you don't have to go selling chicken dinners, like Mike said, to go pay for your funeral. So whatever type that is. And then during the process,
my husband gonna be buying chicken restaurants.
Right.
He gonna buy the whole restaurants.
That's because you prepared. You prepared.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But that's a great point, though. A lot of people don't realize life insurance, when you start a life insurance policy, you immediately create an estate.
Yes, you do.
You create an estate.
Don't get that.
They don't get it.
People wonder why, like, I took out life insurance policies on all my uncles.
There you go.
And all the ones who not doing what they supposed to do. And here it is, because the burden is going to fall on me and my sister. You know what I'm saying? They're going to call us. Right. So it's like, we need to be prepared for this.
There you go.
But while I'm at it, I'm not just going to do the bare minimum. Because I had to carry this load. And y'all talk about me all y'all want. You can talk about me all you want. But this is an investment.
It is. It's
an investment. And then when people start understanding that life insurance is an investment and changing the mindset of that, I'm telling you, it's all about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about that. So how much insurance do you think a person or a family need? Like, do you think that, because some people come to me and even they think I know about everything, by the way, but and I just go to the professional if I don't know. So how much insurance do you think a family kind of needs?
There's really no magic. There's no magic number for what a person needs on insurance. It really depends on the person. It depends on your debts, your liabilities. It depends on what you want to leave behind outside of your final expenses and your burial expenses.
Yes.
Some folks just want to leave a large legacy gift, where you speak to a loved one. You can leave a organization, your favorite organization, your nonprofit, as a beneficiary. So it really depends on all those things. So what I advise people to do is come sit down with somebody like me. We do a full life needs analysis, and we go over all of those things in detail to see what's the right number for you. Because say if you own a house, if you own a $300,000 house, you want to at least have enough insurance to cover the mortgage on that house.
That's true.
So
Very
when
true.
something happens to you, your spouse is not stressed out about paying the bills.
That's right.
Because you got to think about that. You want to think about, if this person you've been married to for 30 years, if you say that you love them, you should love them enough for them not to have to go back to work for a while after they're dealing with the grief of losing you.
That's true.
You know what I mean? You want to factor that.
With a burden.
Leave them with a burden.
Right,
there
instead
you go.
of a blessing. I mean, you're lost. There's already loss that's taking place. But even in the loss, there could be a blessing. But the last thing you want to do is then they have the loss, don't have the blessing, and then have the burden. You know what I mean?
Have the loss, don't have the blessing, and then have the burden.
Right there.
Write that down, Tom.
Be careful.
Gotta preach.
Write that down. Watch ya.
I'll send my love gift in.
Thank ya. The basket is coming around. Anyway.
Counterclockwise.
So we need constant prayer for Angel Brown. I mean, everybody, wherever you're at, stop what you're doing.
Stretch your hands in this direction.
But you know what? Actually, this morning when I was driving here, I was listening to my videos and my gospel music and stuff like that. Just because a lot of people was calling me about this whole death and stuff like that, right? And so my new song, because I have a song every week, my new song that I absolutely love is Sooner or Later It's Gonna Turn in My Favor. Y'all know that song? Yeah. Anyway, so I was listening to that when I was coming, right? Yeah. Turning around for me. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a lot of stuff to turn around.
That's right.
But I'm saying all that to say, are you looking that song up, Tony? I'm saying all that to say, listen, we may be smiling, we may be laughing. This is a very serious thing. You guys need to reach out to James. I'm going to reach out to James about some additional policies I might want to get. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to just have one.
You can never have too much.
How can people reach you?
You can give me a call. That's the easiest way. 410-381-7386. Again, that's 410-381-7386. You can shoot me an email at my name, james@jamesclarkcares.com, because I really do care.
You really do. No, he not even lying. He really do. And his wife too. Shout out to your wife.
Oh yeah, big shout out to
Shout out to your wife too.
Right.
I mean,
She's a blessing.
Yes. I think she gonna pop that baby out like tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, I might have to run out in a couple of minutes.
In a couple minutes, right? After the event.
Right. Just hold it in a little while longer, sweetie.
Listen, I got one more question for you though.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna wrap it up. So, what do a person what should they consider when they look for a beneficiary? Because that's very important. Because some people think like, the closest my child should be the beneficiary. So what should a person look for?
Again, that depends on the individual. It depends on your family dynamic. The most common thing that I see is if you're married, most people will leave their spouse as a beneficiary, and not that they'll go down a rabbit hole again, but another reason why you need folks like us, like as State Farm agents, because we watch your policies, reach out to you. I can't tell you how many people I speak to who've had life insurance policy. They gotten divorced, but they didn't update their beneficiary, and the ex is the beneficiary. It's like that's why you need folks like us.
It went to the ex-wife,
and it went to the ex-wife. And you really think they're going to give it to the next wife?
They remarried.
Probably not.
Not gonna happen.
You need to talk to your agent pretty frequently.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, it really depends who you think is responsible. I get a lot of folks who want to leave children as a beneficiary, but I have to caution that in saying that, we have to cut the check to the child. If it is, if it's a 5-year-old and they're the primary beneficiary, I usually suggest putting them as a successor beneficiary because, 5-year-old can't cash a check and that stuff has to go into
my granddaughter, she's 3, she cash them. No. Now you're going to the teller like, give my money.
Yeah, but it really depends. There's no magic answer on that. It depends. Every family dynamic is different. Every situation is different. But just as a rule of thumb, you can leave whoever you want as a beneficiary, who you feel comfortable and trusted enough with that would take care of your affairs in the event of your demise.
Okay, so give your information again, James. I hope you guys are listening to this. I hope that you understand the importance of this. I know that I'm going to be filling out an application right after the show. But I want you to give your information again. People need to know this. And it's not just for life insurance. You guys can call them for car insurance. You guys can call them for, renter's insurance. If you're flipping houses or whatever you may do. So give them your information again.
That's 410-381-7386. Again, that number is 410-381-7386. Or you can email me directly at james@jamesclarkcares.com.
And he does respond really quickly. Thank you, James, for coming in and hanging out with me today. And then he's going to be at the event.
I will be.
Don't forget the back to school bash. We are going to be down there jamming today. Yeah. Tony going to come down there and do the Ravens line dance. We're going to be doing everything. We're going to be lit down there.
Come see us.
Door thing.
What door thing?
When you came in through the door.
Huh?
You talking about backpacks?
Oh, backpacks. I used to love door. Okay. Tony took off his headphones.
On this show.
Listen, guys, we're going to be at 2720 at Greater New Hope Baptist Church. That's right. We're going to be right in front of the church. No cussing. No bad language, nothing. We're going to be in front of the church, okay? And that's for me, too. Right. I'm speaking to myself.
Are y'all still praying?
It's going to be from 10 to 2, guys, 2720 West North Avenue. Let us love on you.
Keep out the website.
Let us, okay. Oh, Jason, okay. So let me finish the back to school bash. Let me wrap that up really quick, and then I got to do what Jason told me to do. So 2720 West North Avenue, come down there, get your hair cut, get your hair done, get your health screen, get all that. See, James is going to be there. You can meet James.
I will be there.
I'm going to be there giving out free hugs, and I'm going to be in control of the line dance, okay? Now, got to give out my website because Jason's going to smack me. Not really smack me, but you know what I'm saying. www.theangelbrowneffect.com. You guys can still go like my family fan page. I know y'all still are liking this. And guess what? Like one of my little videos got like 80,000 views. Come on now. Clap. Give me some claps for that. What you talking about? All them likes, all them views. You gotta give me some claps for that. You know www.theangelbrowneffect. Guys, come out. The Angel Brown Effect is not just real estate. It has purpose. It has meaning. I'm actually stepping and walking into my little purpose, y'all. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. Events like today, we're going to keep doing it. The mental health, we got to start changing the mindsets. Instead of trying to flip a house, and I'm going to still teach y'all how to flip a house, we got to start flipping mindsets, y'all. And that's for real, for real. So guess what? We're going to be down, getting lit at Greater, not lit like smoking, but like litty, like the kids say, at Greater New Hope Baptist Church. I'm out of here. I'll see you next week. Pat yourself on the back, Baltimore. We out.
The Angel Brown Effect. The Angel Brown Effect. Let's go.
Ladies, it's time for us to power up with Angel.
The Angel Brown Effect.
Angel.
Angel Brown Effect.
Angel.
Angel Brown Effect.
Empower me. Inspire me.
The Angel Brown Effect.
It's Marette Brown Clark. Look who's in my studio. Always great to see you, Big Al. How you doing?
I'm great, Marette.
Amazing. I take Uber. Some people take Lyft. What happens if we have an accident?
Accidents obviously is not your fault. You're
Right.
not driving. Call us immediately. 1-800-HURT-123. We'll help you with everything. Every Uber and every Lyft has the car insurance. So even if it's a kid or someone who doesn't have car insurance, you're protected. Call us right away. 1-800-HURT-123.
You heard it here. You're protected. 1-800-HURT-123. Big Al is the law firm of Richard Klein.
You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Everybody gets a car. At YouGetApproved.com, you get a car. Bad credit, bankruptcy, repossession, boom, you're approved. But wait, there's more. At YouGetApproved.com, we will double your down payment. $500 down, now it's $1,000. $1,000 down, now it's $2,000. Just north of the city in Cockeysville, get a car. Go to YouGetApproved.com and get a car.
WLIF HD2 Baltimore.
The all-new Praise 106.1, giving our city just what we need right now. Baltimore's inspiration station. Praise 106.1.
From the Big Al Studio, Baltimore's #1 accident attorney.
The views and opinions of the guests and hosts you hear are not necessarily those of the staff and management of Radio 1, its sponsors, or its advertisers.
It's a one-step training show now on Praise 106.1. This show will educate and inform caregivers, managers, and people with disabilities and anyone associated with